Welcome to another Daily Classics Top Pick based on originality, condition, and price. Today's feature car is a 1974 Pontiac GTO. My name is Rob Lofaris. You're watching the Daily Classics channel. Let's go check it out. I found this car on Facebook Marketplace this morning. It's a beautiful 1974 GTO, automatic transmission, 40,000 miles. The seller's asking $29,895, and it's located in New York State. You know, we have 10,200 members on our Facebook group, and we had some conversation about 2 weeks ago on what's more valuable, a 74 Nova SS or a 74 GTO. And this car will only add for that conversation. If you're not a member of this Facebook group, I'll show you at the end of the video how to come on board and join the conversation. You know, this 74 GTO was a 1-year only model year. It was built off the Pontiac Ventura platform, but they did do a nice job in carrying some of the GTO look and added the Trans Am type shaker hood as well. It had the 350 Pontiac cubic inch engine, produced about 200 horsepower, and the interior was nicely, sported and a really good looking car. At the time, the 74 GTO was a disappointment though, because most of us remembered what the 60s were all about. And the GTO, the last year of the GTO that we would see it for some time, was kind of like a parts bin car, something they just put together. Now, 50 years later, many have not survived, and the ones that have survived are actually, in my opinion, undervalued collector cars right now. Let's get into the ad and look at the car and discuss it a bit. You can see that this car is nicely, I don't think it was restored. I'm thinking it's all original with 40,000 miles. It's owned by a dealership. It's beautiful white color. It's got a really nice detailed engine bay. It has the vintage air conditioning system, which is far superior from the General Motors system they had back then. It's an original air conditioned car, so all the plumbing matched up, and it looks nice on the inside. Looks like it's original, maybe an upgrade to the braking system, the power booster, and all over the years. Again, nicely detailed firewall. I don't see any overspray. I don't see any indications that this car was refinished in any way. A beautiful white color, with the proper pinstripes, the decals on the side. Instead of having badges on the car that year, they actually went with a graphic design, which kind of looks really nice. But again, back in 74, it wasn't as well received as the original GTOs that we knew. You can see it's a hardtop post sedan. It's a post coupe with a center column here. The windows have a full frame around it, which is the only thing they offered at that time. Has the big 3.5 mile an hour bumper and the 5 mile an hour bumper in the front as well. The inside of the car is beautiful. I love the contrasting red with white. It's got the Trans Am steering wheel. It's got the turned out aluminum dash, decal here. Again, that's what you found on the Trans Am as well. It has a really nice looking center console. Same center console you can get on the Chevy SS with these 4 gauges. I think it looks really nice. The radio doesn't look original, but no big deal. Seats look all original. I'm sure the headliner and all that is fine. The trunk lid looks great. The trunk splatter paint looks factory. It's sporting radial TA tires on the car, so the tires are nice. And that's the soundproofing that the factory put in at the time. A beautiful looking car. From the price point, though, $29,000 is a lot of money for a automatic transmission version. If this was a manual transmission, I can see him getting close to that $30,000 mark. But with an automatic transmission, even though he changed and upgraded the transmission to an overdrive unit for better performance, especially at highway, it's still on the steep side. However, when I went on to bring a trailer and I looked at 388 results of GTOs, not one came up with a 1974 GTO, which means that, again, they're rare in production. Now it's hard to find these cars because 50 years later, again, at the very early years, nobody was really collecting them. They were a little bit of a disappointment. So the survivors are actually going to bring more and more money. So I think these cars are undervalued, as I said before. And if the mid price point for a traditional GTO from the 60s and early 70s, if the midpoint on those cars are $40,000 today, with some going for 50, 60, 70,000, I'm thinking $25,000 for this model year 74 is a good buy. Again, the dealer's entitled to make some profit on the car, and that's what he's doing. He's trying to make some profit on the car, and he's entitled to it. But the handicap on this car is just that it's an automatic transmission. But I love it. And again, forecasting is not without risk. It's hard to predict where the next potential future collector cars are. But I think this car is priced well enough to provide a nice return on investment, something that you can enjoy. And I think it's immediately identifiable as a muscle type car from the 70s that I think younger generations will aspire to as well. So I'm pretty bullish on the car. Anyway, that wraps up today's top pick. If you get a chance, if you want to go on our Facebook group, just go on our homepage on the YouTube channel. There's a hyperlink there that will take you to the Facebook page, and you can become a member of the group and join in the conversation. You can also find the link for these cars on there as well. And, if you want to search the car out for yourself. But thanks very much for joining us today. Hope you enjoyed the channel. Please subscribe to the channel if you like it, and pass along with friends that like cars as well. We'll see you again real soon. Till then, enjoy.